Hello, everyone. I'm Frankberry, and welcome back again to the Con Edison Westchester Scholastic Athlete of the Week on GameDay One, where local student athletes are recognized on a weekly basis for excellence in their respective sports, but also in the classroom and in their contributions to their school and community. And welcome to our latest winner, senior cross-country star at Iona Prep, Michael Rynne. Hi, Michael. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I am doing fine, thanks. And we've got Coach Jan Mitchell with us. Hi, Coach.
Great to be back.
Yes, and it's nice to see you again, Coach. After it's been a little while, but it's nice to have you back. And all right, so let me start here, Michael, with the fact that this past Saturday, the 27th, you had a great showing at Great Adventure for the Six Flags XC Safari Invitational. And I'm going to assume, by the way, that when you were all done, everybody had cotton candy and got to go on the rides for free.
Usually,
Okay.
yeah, we're able to.
And but anyway, you finished the varsity B race, and which was the most competitive of the day. But you ran for a time of 15:41 in the 5,000. Now, that's an Iona Prep School record, but that is also the fastest time of your career, which topped your previous fastest time from just a week earlier. So, how does it feel right now, knowing that you're really on top of your running game?
It feels great. It feels great to be able to perform this well, coming off of last season being great and cross country never usually being my strong suit. So being able to perform this well and keep performing and hopefully get even better close to the end of the season where the championship meets and all of the team goals that we have start stacking up. So it's just really great to be in this position right now.
Okay, and then you just said to me now, not normally your strongest suit. What would be in your mind?
Over the years, I've been a lot stronger when it comes to the track, running
Okay.
like 800 and mile. And cross country, I've usually gone through some injuries, or sophomore year, where a lot of our races were rained out. And so my past cross country seasons haven't been the best, but for this season to have a strong showing in the beginning and it being only September is really confident and helps me perform knowing that I'm in this fitness.
And then I was going to ask that when you said early on it's only September or just barely October now. Where are you in the season? What is still left to come?
We're around still in the beginning of the season. Definitely put it an indent into the overall meets, and we're starting to come up on the bigger, more championship style meets. As in next week, we have Manhattan, which is a very big meet at Van Cortlandt Park, where we all want to perform our best, and that's usually a really fun meet to compete at. And the few meets after that are our championship meets for Westchester counties or within the CHSA, where we have our goals to try to place top five, maybe go to Federation States.
Okay, all right. Well, I know you just said a moment ago that you don't feel necessarily that this is cross country is your best necessarily, but this is a number that I was blown away with when all the races were added up from last week when it came to the 5,000 meters. There were 1,401 total runners that competed, and you came in fifth. Wow. What does that feel like, especially with the fact that you don't necessarily consider this your strongest suit? It's still somewhat early in the season, and here you are, like I just mentioned a moment ago, you're breaking your own personal times a couple of times, and now fifth out of 1,400.
It feels honestly amazing to know that the work that I'm putting in is really paying off. I think last year I ran a time that was close to 90 seconds slower. So knowing
Wow.
that I was able to put in the work and then be able to show up and place fifth out of so many runners that I didn't even know how many there were. So it's really great to hear that number. Um, it honestly feels amazing. It's definitely a confidence booster for sure.
I'm sure it is. And I also wanted to ask you, well, mention this to you, not that you don't know, but and then ask Coach this question. So, when you were at the Dan Purdy X Invitational in Pauling just a week or so ago, and you timed the 5,000 there at 15:56. Now that was a full seconds better than the winner from last year and better than the course record. But also, according to your nomination letter, it broke the magical 16 barrier. So now, Coach, let me ask you this question. Talk to me about this magical 16 barrier. What kind of rare air is that?
Well, it's rare because you're running very low 5 minutes for each mile. Because 5,000 meters is 3.1 miles. Uh, at Six Flags, Michael ran the first mile in 4:50,
Wow.
which is just amazing. I mean, he was running that on the track last year when he was running 2 mile races. So yeah, Michael has definitely made himself into a very high quality cross country and track and field athlete. He put a tremendous amount of work in this past summer. He'll be modest, but I think he ran something like 900 miles this summer, and
Wow.
and changed his body structure.
Wow. Okay. And that's and also, and it's not just you with these individuals either, there, Michael. But I noted too that you got All American status along with your teammates in a medley last year. And well, now the All American status, that's kind of old hat to you since you did it as a sophomore. But still, I mean, how does that feel also to, because I mean, people do see running as an individual sport and they don't necessarily think of it as much of a team sport as like a football or a basketball or something like that. But there is still the medley nature where you've got, three other folks running with you. How does that feel?
So yeah, I mean, running can be viewed as an individual sport because you're kind of running for your own time, but especially when you have those relays, and you have that whole team accountability aspect towards it, it it really helps a lot to view it as a team sport instead of an individual sport because you're running along and trying to push for that first place with a few other guys that you have been training with all season that and you have great chemistry with, and then to cross that line in first and then have all of them surround you and all be excited for the goals and all the hard work that you put in, and especially even in cross country now, where it's definitely, I would say, a lot more than a team sport than it is individual. And we have a lot of great guys this year who are all striving to be the best. And it's less of, I want to be the best to run my own time. It's more of, I want to be the best to support my team and run with my team and hopefully place better and go to these meets, these better meets, like as a team. I think that's a huge aspect of it.
Oh, I'm sure, and that's got to feel great too. And also, I've noted too, I see that you're the captain of the team, which obviously is well deserved. I mean, you lead by example in that regard. But what about from the leadership perspective? What about some of the younger runners right now? Anybody like really stepping things up, making you proud of that, and possibly even you say to yourself, "Ooh, I might have had a little bit of a hand there."
Yeah, 100%. I see a lot of the sophomores coming up into juniors. We have around three or four guys right now who are all going up into their junior year, and you can definitely see like they all have drive, they all want it, and they all want to be the best they can be. And I like to try to push them in that regard, as in on certain workouts and certain road runs that we do. Uh, Me and Mr. Mitchell, we always pick out like who we want to maybe try to push that workout or that day and make them be the best they can be as well in regards to the entire team.
No, that's fantastic. So now that you've been brought up again here, Coach, talk to me. Talk to me about Coach and Michael.
He's an easy athlete to coach. Michael is very self motivated and driven, and we discuss the workouts on a daily basis. And even workouts that the rest of the team can't physically do, we incorporate them into what Michael's doing so that everybody feels like they're a part of the process. The team is getting better, like Michael just said, uh, and they'll feed off his success. So
Oh,
it's a win win all around.
Oh, definitely a win-win. I'm Frankenberry, and you're listening to Con Edison Scholastic Athlete of the Week, and I'm speaking with senior cross-country star at Iona Prep, Michael Rynne. And so, Michael, with this award comes the academic side of things and other aspects as well, things that you do outside the classroom. And, well, you've got that pretty much in order. I see like a 98.43 average, and you've got 13 AP courses under your belt. Dude, I just want to take a nap. I mean, that is certainly something else there, and that it runs the gamut. You've got histories to government to math, sciences, and literature. But what is it that strikes your fancy? What is it out of all those AP courses and all your classwork that really hits you?
I've painted myself as definitely a more STEM, sciencey oriented guy. I feel like I'd want to major in college, and that I have more of like a tailored to is definitely anything when it comes to biology and chemistry, and then sort of the math aspect a little bit, but definitely more of those sciences I put a lot more focus into.
Okay, and then and speaking of college, where are things looking right now? How are things standing?
Nothing has been officially put in place yet, but it's looking like I'm going to be running in college at a very prestigious university.
Okay. All right. Well, I was going to say that I imagined at this particular point people had come knocking, if not, and probably even last year, as a matter of fact. So good for you. That's exciting. Now, what about a class maybe you've taken recently, maybe something you're taking now, an elective, something that surprised you, something you said, "Whoa, I didn't really expect to like this as much as I did," and then there you go, you did.
Definitely that AP biology chemistry sort of classes where like you go into it junior year thinking like this is just going to be a really hard class and I don't really want to take it. And then the more you kind of learn about it, the more you're able to sort of develop a kind of liking or love for it and to understand that it's like not as bad as you really think it is and to develop it into like your own life where like I like to connect it to running and that certain aspects because a lot of
Okay.
what running is sort of like these biological like add-ons and like certain things with your blood, your capillaries and like how they improve and how you improve in running. And so I find that connecting that with those sciences helps me a lot in both academic and athletic.
All right. Well, I'm sure I'm sure that does help a lot making those connections. And I see also that you chaired the Iona Prep chapter, the annual Leukemia and Lymphoma Society fundraiser. Which, by the way, $10,000. Holy fundraiser, Batman! That's how did that feel when you saw that final number being like $10,000?
It was a great feeling. It was along with a lot of my other Iona Prep brothers. We all kind of came together and cancer has been like a sort of historical threat in my family. And so being able to have that opportunity and to work towards it and kind of fundraise. And then I think we had a total of around 12,000 to end the year.
Wow.
And just to see that number and truly comprehend it was crazy to be able to give and fundraise for that cause.
And, and you're also part of the Iona Prep Peer Ministry program, so you're helping out some of the younger kids, and that's got to be pretty rewarding, especially when you see some of their successes.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of the freshmen and helping out the lower grades as in like the Iona Prep lower school and their events like that. And it's great to be able to see those guys grow up as well.
And also through some school initiatives there, you've put in like 300 hours of service that included a 10-day immersion trip to Lima, Peru, where you were helping build homes for underserved, excuse me, families. Again, another thing that had to feel pretty rewarding.
Yeah, definitely. It's just one of the many things that Iona Prep offers. And we went together about 10 days with 14 other Iona Prep brothers. And it was a really extremely rewarding and humbling experience, but I wouldn't trade those 10 days for anything. It was an amazing thing to learn.
Oh, that's great. And you're the president of the math club. You're in the biomed club, newspaper club, book club. You also do some volunteer work at Progressive Services Group, and that's a lot of stuff, Michael. So. And this is usually where the coaches kind of smile and they smirk and they go, yeah, whatever. But when do you take a break? Or what do you do if you do get an opportunity to just breathe for a moment and get a little reset? Do you have a hobby? Is there something that interests you outside of all this?
Um, Not 100%. I like to run, and I think also liking to run and not seeing it as like a job or forcing factor is a lot to help in life. I do like to draw on the occasion, and I am uh, in our school's like highest art program. And so that helps to calm me down on certain days when I just need to take a break and rest.
Well, that's great, and it is good to have something like that. So good for you, and also, like you said, to like what you're doing and not consider it a job is even more important. So before we wrap things up here, Coach, talk to me just a little bit more about Michael here.
Listening to his interview, Michael's stock has gone up tremendously. It was high enough, but I think we broke the glass ceiling. It's gone so much. He's an amazing, amazing young man. I'm fortunate to be able to coach him, and we've developed a really good rapport. And I'm proud that him and his parents have allowed me to be part of his recruiting process, and it's just been a pleasure.
Oh, that's wonderful, and I'm glad to have helped break a little bit of that glass ceiling there, Coach. And listen, so congrats again on the award there, Michael, and good luck to you and Coach on the rest of this season, and also when the spring rolls around and track and field and that as well. So for Iona Prep's Michael Rynne, I'm Frankenberry, and this has been the Con Edison Scholastic Athlete of the Week, and we'll be back next week right here again on Game Day One, and we'll talk to you then. All right, there we go.